Bonjour. Welcome to this lesson. It's going to be possibly a difficult one, so I want you to take very, very careful notes. This lesson is about les nombres 40 à 1000, so numbers 40 to 1,000. Okay, so like we have words for 20 and 30, 20 and 30, we have numbers for 40, 50, and 60. So 40, 50, and 60. And just like the numbers for 20 and 30, we can add on more numbers to create different numbers. So, for example, we have 43, and as you guess, that is 43. 43. We have 57, 57, and you can guess that is 57. 57. And then we have 62, 62, and that is 62. 62. Here's where things start getting a little bit tricky. For some reason, the French do not have numbers for 70, 80, and 90. They say them a little bit differently. So instead of having a word for 70, they say 60, 10. Okay, so 70 is 70, 60, 10, 70. So then in order to count in the 70s, we have to say 60, 11, 60, 12, so on and so forth. So 71, we have 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. So the upside to this is that you don't have to memorize more words. You don't have to memorize a word for 70, 80, or 90. You just have to do a bit of math. Instead of having a word for 80, they say 80, because 4 times 20 is 80. So they say 80. So in order to count in the 80s, you just do like you do for the 20s and 30s, but instead of saying 20 or 30, you're going to say 80. So 81, 81. 84, which is my favorite one to say, 84. 89, 89. Okay, so here's the part that says 80, the 80, and then the last number is our second digit, 81, 84, 89. 90 gets a little bit more complicated. So instead of having a word for 90, they say 90, okay? Because 4 times 20 plus 10 equals 90. Okay, it's a little bit complicated. It's just something you have to become accustomed to. You have to get used to it. So the word for 90 is 90. So like we did with the 70s, instead of saying 91 or 92 with having a or de, we have to say 11, 12, 13, 14, etc. And I'm noticing a mistake here. I'm going to fix it really fast. Okay, here we go. So for 91, we say 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 98, 99. A little bit long, but like I said, you'll just have to get used to it. So that was a lot of new information just now. If you want to take a break and come back to the video, you have that option. But do come back because The next bit of information is very important. It's not a whole lot more though, so stick with me still, or take a break and then come back. So the word for 100 is cent. Okay, think of there are 100 cents in a dollar. It's the same root word. So 100 is cent. The word for 1,000 is mille. Mille. Okay, don't confuse it with a million. 1,000 is mille. In order to say larger numbers, we're just going to say them as we read it from left to right. So first we have our hundred spot. We're going to say cent, cent. And then there's nothing in the 10 spot, so we're just going to go ahead and say six, cent six, 106. Okay, same thing for the next number. Cent, 13, 113. Okay, and the next one might get a little bit more complicated because 89 is a longer word, but it's the same concept. We're going to start with the 100 spot, cent, and then we have 89, 89. To say 200, 300, 400, etc., we're going to read it just how it is, from left to right. So here we have 200s. So we're going to say 200, 200s. Okay, 200, and then we have 65, 65. Same thing. We have 500s here. 542, 542, 542. Okay, next we have 700s. 758, 758. The concept is essentially the same for thousands. Okay, so we have a 1,000 spot. We're going to read it from left to right. So we have 1024. 1024. Okay, if we have 4,000s, it's going to be the same way that we did the hundreds. We're going to read it from left to right. So we have 4 of them. 4091. Okay, 4,091. Okay, and now we have multiple thousands and multiple hundreds. Do it the same exact way. Read it left to right. 3986. Okay, just read it from left to right. Okay, so I know that was a relatively short video, but it was a lot of information. You're going to want to practice a little bit. We'll practice in class, but I'm going to go ahead and wish you bonne chance et au revoir.